water. So when we work with a sectioning, it's important that we wet the hair down. Easier to manage the hair. So since we are working with a razor, we're going to work on the fundamental of the razor, the basic fundamental. I'm going to start right from here. I want to have, as I said earlier, nice and straight line. I don't want zigzag because you'll see as I hold the hair out, if there is higher and lower elevations on the hair, it won't give me even cut. Obviously, it will cut the hair that's higher. So let's take this out. Second, if you guys have any questions here, feel free to ask. When we work with a razor, it is extremely important that I hold the hair only between first and second knuckle. And I place my index finger or middle finger on top of my index finger. Just like this, right? And I comb the hair from under.
There.
I comb the hair from under, so nice, clean, and tight section. You see that?
Yep.
I hold the section straight out at 90 degrees. So I'm holding the hair straight out, 90 degrees. I hold my razor with 3 fingers on the top, 2 on the bottom, just like this, right? Then I remove my index finger. So I relieve some pressure, makes it easier, lighter. When you work with a razor, you want to work as if it's a feather. It's going to be very light. And I place my razor at 90-degree angle on the section, right there, see that?
Yeah.
Okay. So whether we start from here, or from here, or from here, it will depend on the style we are creating and the hair texture. Today we're just going to work on the fundamental of the technique, the proper fundamental of the razor. So we are here. It is important that when I work with the razor, my wrist is fixed, but my shoulder and my elbow move, right? And razor becomes just part of my hand. So when I move everything like this. See that?
Yep.
Like a robot. Imagine, just like a robot. Right here. So I pick the angle I want. Let's say we are working with a 90-degree angle. I have to make sure that my angle is the same from point A to point B. If I start here with 90, I have to finish with 90. So I can get an even cut. If I change my angle at any point in between here, it will change how much I cut. You understand?
Yeah.
Which is natural. At 90, I don't cut much. But if I change slightly my angle, look how much it cuts.
Digging in more, yeah.
Cuts a lot more, right? But for now, we're gonna only concentrate on 90-degree angle. Why? Because it doesn't cut much, and it gives us a chance to practice the technique. See, my whole arm is moving like I'm a robot, literally. Watch this. Here. Watch this. And then, as you move to the next section, you also move your body, right? We start from here. My fingers are sliding slowly. So let me just grab a little bit more here so you can see better. Watch, once I start moving my fingers here, right?
Yep.
They don't stop, you see? Just a gradual movement slowly. Obviously, the faster I move my fingers, the less I will cut.
Okay.
That's one way to cut less. Another way is to keep 90. If I want to cut more, I can just change my angle and move fast, and honestly I'll cut everything. So, how fast you move your fingers and what angle you hold your razor at will determine how much you cut. But to get even cut, You also have to make sure that your angle doesn't change at any time while you're cutting. So I start with 90, I finish with 90.
Okay.
You understand?
Yep.
Now, let's say, actually, let's just stay at that. I don't want to confuse you. So let's work on this technique right now, the fundamental. Good, very important that you hold the hair like this, right?
Proper tension.
Not like this, because when we apply the pressure here, it'll be loose. Turning your fingers, clamp the hair. Now you have a good firm hold of the hair, and now you can push, you see that?
No, doesn't slip out.
Doesn't slip out. Also very important that you don't do this, because even though it looks, it's all the same, this hair here and this hair here are traveling longer than this hair here, because the head, the neck is round.
Yeah.
So this hair travels here, this one travels here, this one here, so this is in the middle is shortest. So if I was to cut this here, right, this is longer than this here. Understand?
Yep.
All right, guys. Well, let's go. Guys, the razor I'm using is Tondale, German made. Available at mcprobarber.com. Check it out. It's a good razor. Any questions, guys? MC Barber Academy. Comb the hair from under, like that. You get cleaner combing out. Yeah, easy. Hair up a little bit. Here, there you go. And light. Work as if the razor is feather. You don't have to, no pressure needed. If the razor is not cutting, the blade needs to be changed. Okay. All you need to do is to change the angle. If you want to cut more, change the angle closer towards 0, meaning like starting from 90. 90 cuts barely anything, just like that. If you, let's say, move to 65, you'll feel right there, it will cut more. So with a razor, you got to be very careful. Take a next section, make sure your section is even. And every time you pick up new section, move in front of the section. If you don't, you will over-direct without even realizing. There you go. Good. Perfect. So now that you understand the mechanics of it, the fundamental, practice makes it better. Nothing is perfect, right, but it makes it better. Now you know just the fundamental, the basic. But you have to do, what is that? Is that 10,000 times repetition?
Yeah.
Rule?
10,000 hours to master something?
Yeah, there you go. But don't worry, you can still do good even if you, in the meantime, while you're becoming a master. There you go. Perfect. Slow down. Don't press too hard. Work as if you are working with a feather. How much pressure can you put with a feather?
Not much.
Exactly. Perfect. Now take another section. And once you get this better, 1 second, tomorrow I will teach you how to actually do blunt cutting and how not to cut the guide that you created with a razor. Because with a razor, unlike with scissors, you see we cut behind the fingers. With scissors, we cut most of the time palm to palm in front of the fingers. Next section. Remove the clip first. Good. Now you can pick up both sections up. Now that's too much in your hair. Keep only the hair between first and second knuckle. Keep it clean. Perfect. The most important thing is that you keep your wrist fixed. That's it. Perfect. Hold this for me. Let me demonstrate it for you. Right here. So, as I said, it's important. Where's the water? Also, when you work with the clients, guys, you can position the client's head where it's comfortable for you. You don't need to put yourself in an uncomfortable position. You know, tell him keep your head down a little bit or your head up. So, I section straight, see? Right here. Keep it nice and clean.
Mm-hmm.
Take this out of the way. Pin. There you go, see? Nice and clean section, look at that. All right, now, I hold the razor like this. This one is out. When I'm not using it, basically, I just keep it like this. I'll take this. Now I can pull the head up a little bit. Why? Because it's easier for me, if his head is tilting down, to keep the hair at 90 degrees. To keep the hair at 90 degrees, if the head is tilting down, I have to push up over, right? So this is easy, see? Now you can, if you like, hold the hair here and just keep your fingers there and start working like this, you see? But I prefer to start with here, right? And cut right next to my fingers, and I slide my fingers slowly, just like this. I'm gonna show you something. If my cut is good and even, like this, because I'm cutting at 90 degrees, I'm not chopping the hair. The hair falls almost like a bowl. You see that? See that? You don't have these straight chunks of hair. And then we move on. I move to this side. Basically, this is how I hold the hair. I clamp the hair, so watch this. Here, place it on my middle finger, and just clamp it. What you also don't do, which is a common mistake, people grab it this way, and then they turn this way. So now you're folding the hair. You don't want to do that either. You want to place your fingers just like this, and just clamp the hair down. I like to comb from the bottom, and I start from the roots. Place my fingers right behind, and it gives you a nice clean comb, you see? Just like this. Oh, another thing is, if I'm here, I can comb this out, so it's nice and clean on this side as well. So as I'm pulling the hair, it comes out clean as well. See that?
Yeah, I do.
These are small things to keep in mind. Instead of, if I pick up like this, and this is actually not as clean, right? So now, as it comes out not clean as well. Right here. So, if I want to thin the hair, I thin the hair. Boom, 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 boom. Here is my guide. I just dropped it, right? If I want to cut now, I stay there and I can cut and follow that guide. But this is something we work another day.
Okay.
Okay? If you want, you can cut that. But when you cut, you see your guide is here. This needs to be cut. You drop your guide and keep your fingers there and then cut. You understand?
Okay. Yeah.
Very good. All right, you guys practice. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is MC Barber. Check out our website, mcprobarber.com. We have these razors there. It's a Tonde or German razor. It's designed for this type of work. Check it out at mcprobarber.com.